Hello, chat. It appears we've got a proper mystery on our hands. Instead of talking about random bullshit, I'm gonna cut right to the chase and discuss what I have learned today. There is a thread on a website called Kiwi Farms dedicated to a man who has allegedly placed his testicles inside his wife's asshole with a baldo. And this act has raised much contention around the world. And some people are indignant that this sexual act has been made fun of. And now there is fallout from this. Allow me to explain, chat. Someone complained to me today. And so Josh, actually it was one of my mods. So Josh, I'm pretty sure there is some shenaniganery happening in the Rekieta thread. Can you investigate? And sure enough, I presumed, because if you don't recall, Rekieta had a locals thing where he encouraged 40-year-old women to go topless for him because that excited him sexually. And I warned him that if you were to do this, if you were to encourage these people, these wine moms, to go full leather on locals, they would develop feelings, as women do. And the fallout of this would be long-lasting, and it maybe will never go away. So a couple months ago, someone named Cynthia Behave joined the forum and started white knighting for Rekieta in his thread, as sometimes happens. And then I believe they were thread banned because they kept derailing the thread, which happens. You're not allowed to white knight in a thread because that causes disruption. People can't talk about what they normally do. It's just generally not welcome. But instead of banning people, what we do is we just move those posts to a mass debates thread. And we say, if you want to argue about this topic, you still have a thread for it. Cynthia Behaves was not okay with this and decided to create other accounts. And their friends apparently also made other accounts. So as I did some investigation, I discovered that Cynthia Behave had access to, or had specifically created for themselves, 6 other accounts: Judy Gemstone, Geared Chris, Rami Behave, Lumber Liquor, Kurt's Depression, and Montashaft. Some of these accounts, so recent, they were created yesterday and had 0 posts, were all accessed by the same person from Northeast Illinois, who apparently a well-known Rekieta simp lives. So I spent my morning investigating this, and I published my findings. I cleaned up all these sock accounts that had existed for the sole purpose of causing disruption in the Rekieta thread. And I believe there's probably 3, maybe even 4 people who are working together and sharing accounts to try and create a wall of dissent in the Rekieta thread. And as I announced this finding, a man comes out named Zelensky the Nazi, and it says, it tells me that Farhan, someone named Farhan, lives in Illinois. Not sure where Cynthia lives, but Farhan 100% lives in Illinois. And as it turns out, one of my mods the same day had indicated to me that Zelensky the Nazi is probably Spectre, the same Spectre that had given illegal legal advice to somebody in a lawsuit and pretends to be a spec ops marine / lawyer, a combat lawyer, if you will. So as it turns out from this post, that's also Spectre. And for sure, with Spectre's haunting guise now lingering over the Rekieta thread, we can be sure that there are converging Discord cliques now having a fight in the Rekieta thread. And we're gonna need some special attention given, I guess, to figure out what to do about it. Generally speaking, when people do this kind of shit, the best thing to do is like to identify new accounts that are obviously just there to shit up one thread, and then ignore them and also report them. So don't they'll keep coming back forever if people in the thread spurg out every single time they do. Even if they get banned immediately and everything gets deleted. Like the most aggressive ones will be self-motivated just from even like a single reply. Even if it takes them like 20 minutes to get an account, they'll do it literally forever. But if people in the thread don't reply, they're a lot less motivated and they'll give up after a while. So there are literally they're making like 8 different accounts and sharing passwords with each other. And now that I've kind of shown my hand and I've identified that I can like link accounts like this, they're for sure going to like change their tactics so that this can't work anymore. And people are just going to have to be more alert to the fact that there's Like literally 4 or 5 people who are actively working to try and cause problems in Rekieta's thread. So that's my Inspector Gadget moment for the day.